Hey there, it's Kay, and I want to thank you so much for joining me for today's budgeting video. Today I have another March budget update for you guys. Today I'm going to be going over paycheck number 2 budget, which is going to include my tax return, and I'm also going to be doing a spending check-in for weeks 3 and 4 of March. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to start with the paycheck budget. So let's get going on that, and I'm gonna zoom in so you guys can get a good close look. So the numbers I already have, these are my estimated numbers from my estimated monthly budget, which I did briefly share in the first budget update for March. So if you want to have an idea of where these numbers come from, you should go check that out first. But I'm going to be getting into the real number specifics here today. So for paycheck number 2, I estimated $1,000 for this paycheck period from my job, and I actually got paid $1,075, which is good. It means I got paid more than I was expecting, and that helps to offset paycheck 1, where I actually was a little bit short. So I'm still kind of short by $5 on that overall, simply because I was under by 80 and then over by 75. So still short $5 for the month on my work income. But taxes, I estimated $2,400 and I got back $2,440. So that was really close. The reason my tax refund is high is because I'm a part-time student, and after I input my my form I get from school for the tuition that I paid, I guess some of that money comes back to me. So that's pretty cool. So I'm gonna grab my calculator and we're gonna total these up together. So my total income is $35.15. So let's take that down because I still have some bills to pay. I have my rent to pay, which is $821, and then my utilities came out to $99. So I had estimated $115, so I'm actually a little bit under, so that works out really well for me. So $821 plus 99 puts me at $920. That leaves me with $25.95. So I'm in a surplus from what I budgeted, and here I'm not adding anything to my variable categories. I'm gonna go straight into savings on this one, and I had planned a ton of savings in preparation for this tax return. My major things that I'm saving for is medical expenses. I have a lot of out-of-pocket medical expenses that I am still paying. So I just want to make sure I have enough cash on hand to make sure when I'm done paying them, I still have a little bit of money in that sinking fund. So I'm not like completely zeroed out. The other thing that I'm mainly saving is in my home sinking fund, because I am planning to be moving in a couple months, because I am about to be paying $1,900 a month for rent. So I want to make sure I have this money up front to help with things like deposit, truck rental, things of that nature, maybe even needing to replace some furniture because I don't think my desk is going to make it. It's pretty much crumbling apart as we sit here. Car registration I don't need to save because I save for that way in advance. So my regular sinking funds that I always try to save in, like car maintenance, personal, school vet, emergency, I'm going to be sticking hundreds in those. And then the last little bit that I should need to purchase the camera that I want, $400 is what I was planning to save. So I'm at $25.95, and it's not really enough of a surplus to make me want to reevaluate these values and like maybe fiddle around with adding more in certain categories. I like how everything is now, and I'd rather use the surplus to help offset the deficit I had in my extra debt payment from the first paycheck. So basically I'm going to keep all these amounts that I had estimated in my monthly budget. And just so that I don't forget, school and emergency, those are not cash funds. They are saved in my bank account. So everything else is going to get stuffed in my cash envelopes, and these two will get deposits in my savings accounts in my bank. So it's still the original 2,400, which would leave 195. So on the first paycheck, I was supposed to do 338 and I could only do 258, which left me 80 deficit. So plus 60 for 144. So that works out. I'm actually going to be very slightly over what I had planned to make for a monthly total payment. So I'm going to stick that 195 towards Nelnet B. And that's going to zero out the budget for me. And I haven't really been doing variance, honestly. I'm just kind of like, I don't know, not really feeling it. I might go back and use it to double check when I close out my monthly budget. But for now, I'm just gonna go, or not go over it, I guess. I'm gonna move on to spending. And I did weeks 1 and 2, and a little bit of week 3 in the first monthly budget update. So today I gotta finish up week 3, tabulate, and week 4, tabulate. So let me grab my trackers. So I was using orange for allowance, yellow food, beige pet, and green transportation. Oh, also, I still haven't filled my laundry card yet. I probably will, because it just finished this week, so we're on like the last week of March as I'm filming this. So I'm probably gonna fill my laundry card and then not fill it in April to have a little bit of extra money in that budget. So let's see, I last left off on the 14th. So let's move on. So it looks like the 17th, I got some gas at Shell for 21. And then I had another transaction at Taco Bell for $10. So that was the 17th. I've been having a lot of fast food transactions this month because I'm still getting used to my new job, and honestly, meal prepping has been kind of hard with it because my day is not done at like a normal time. And so sometimes I'll grab food before my shift is over, like fast food, and yeah. I definitely gotta try and get better with that for April, because I am gonna have to make cuts to like multiple spending categories, going forward. So I'm gonna need to restrict my food budget, meaning I'm gonna have to get a lot better at meal planning. So let's see, moving on the 18th, more food. At Cumbies, I got breakfast for $6, and that was the only one on the 18th. The 19th was also a food transaction, but it was a grocery. I went to Walmart and I spent $65. That's on the 19th. And that's the end of week 3. So moving on to week 4, which is the 20 through 26. I only had 3 transactions. One is a pet transaction, Chewy, for $50. That means I totally went over my pet budget. Yep. I kind of saw that one coming, honestly, but it's okay. So the 20th, Chewy. And then more food. Is that Wendy's? 15. So that was on the 21st. And then I was pretty good up until the 26th. I did another Walmart grocery pickup for $76. So that's all my spending for week 3 and 4. So let's hop in. I didn't add anything. And for these 2 weeks, I actually didn't spend anything in allowance. So I had 17 remaining. And food. So let's see. For food between 13 and 19. So I have what's a Taco Bell and Cumbies and Walmart. So 10 plus 6 plus 65 is 81. I spent, I had 253. So I was left with 172 at the end of week 3. Laundry, again, I haven't added to my card, so I still have $40 cash. And then pets, the pet transaction I had was week 4 for $50. And I'm still going out of order here, might be. All right, 13 through 19 transportation is just what the gas, one-time gas was 21. And I had 30. So that leaves 9. And then pet, I was at 23. So food for week 4, it was these 2. So 15 plus 76, 91. And so it's 172 minus 91 leaves me with 81. So I'm cutting it pretty close here. I didn't spend anything in transportation. So I'm still at the $9. And then pets, I was at 23 and then I spent 50. So I'm in the red here. And I'm going to notate that negative balance using parentheses since you'll commonly see that in finance. So that's it for my spending. We're coming up to the close of the month here, and I'm getting really down to the wire in a lot of these things. So I do want to check my calendar, see if I notice any trends currently. Just a whole lot of yellow, just a whole lot of food spending, a lot of it just like grab and go stuff. So that definitely looks like something I need to work on. I'm doing really, really good on my low transportation budget. Even with the gas prices being really high, I'm not really using my personal car that much anymore. So that really, really works out for me. I have all of these ready to go. And yeah, so I will be getting paid here in March, but this paycheck will be going towards April's budgets. I've drafted April's budget and it's going to be pretty tight and also pretty experimental for me on my new income and everything. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for liking. Thank you for subscribing, and just thank you for supporting me by doing all of the YouTube things. And I hope to see you down in the comments, and I hope to see you in the next video. Peace out.